back at Carpenters Music World, and on today's podcast, we're going to talk about musical rentals for the musician and every family back to school time here at Carpenters Music World.
We have a very comprehensive rental program. There are a few objectives that we try to achieve. One is that they have a fine instrument. So teachers are very particular about that. And the better the instrument, the more likely the child will be able to play it and enjoy it. The faster they'll progress. The other thing we have is it's a very comprehensive line. So if they wanted to play different types of instruments, they start out on violin and wind up on tuba, or start out on a tuba and wind up with a piccolo. All of these things are available.
So are you telling me that people start to play one instrument, students going to school, go into band or orchestra and decide they're going to play one instrument, but then change their minds? They're poor parents.
Yeah. Well, sometimes if they start on a clarinet and all they get is squeaks and squawks for the first time, the parents can't take that. So short of hiding the reed or getting rid of the mouthpiece, they can change the instruments to a trumpet where they sound a little bit better.
That's fantastic. Or if the student just decides, oh, I see that instrument, I didn't even think about that, that looks like more fun for me, or picks it up and finds out that they're capable of playing that one better, they may choose to.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes there are girls playing the trumpet or something, and they decide, oh, the trumpet would be for me. That's great.
What about new and used, and how does the rental program work?
The rental program is set up so that they can actually change instruments if they're renting one instrument. And we have new and used instruments. They can rent at pretty moderate prices, and if they start out on an instrument and they're accruing equity, that equity can transfer from one instrument to another. Today,
we're going to get to meet one of your violin instructors, which I think is one of the beauties of Carpenters Music World, is the diversity of what you do here isn't just that you sell instruments, you can teach, and you have instructors as well on the property.
That is correct.
Well, let's meet your instructor.
And Mitch, I'd like you to meet our violin instructor, Marie.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
We're trying to get rid of the violins, and so she's a violin teacher and teaches also cello, bass, all of the stringed instruments.
How hard is it for you to teach somebody how to play violin?
My job is to make sure that I can break it down in a way that it's accessible to every single person that comes to me to learn an instrument.
So even somebody that has all thumbs, you can teach me how to play the violin?
Absolutely, and I'd love to show you your potential when it comes to playing the violin.
I'd love to be taught. This is exciting. Let's do it.
You make a little bunny with your right hand. And how we make a bunny, if you've ever done like a shadow puppet bunny.
Yes.
We want to make sure we have two bunny teeth here. And if we flip over, your thumb looks like a mountain. Pretty easy stuff to remember. Let's flip back over. I want you to open the bunny's mouth. And all I'm going to do is just put this bow right in your hand. And we're going to come down, bring this bunny ear right to the top. First finger down. Now you know how to hold the bow.
Okay, that seems awkward.
Yes, it quite is at first. There is one thing we're going to check, and we're going to make sure your thumb looks like a mountain. So we're going to bring this out, open, mountain thumb.
Mountain thumb.
If you see the bump there, you know that's a mountain thumb. Now, of course, it is quite challenging at first to get this bow grip down.
Got it.
But with weekly lessons, you'll get it in no time.
Actually, it balances in here. At some level, it actually does fit right.
That is exactly what I like to hear. Now, the first step to making a sound on the instrument is to be able to place your bow on the strings silently. It's kind of tricky, isn't it?
Oh, that isn't as easy as it sounds.
It's not. Oh, there you go. That's exactly what we want. Now, this time I want to challenge you, and we're going to aim to be close to the bridge here.
Okay.
We're going to land right between the bridge. So let's fly away, and we're going to try to land in that exact spot. No sound. Oh, that looks great. And I'm checking your thumb, and it still looks like a mountain. That's exactly what we want. So now we're ready to bow across the instrument. And for the first time, I'm going to bow with you here. And we're going to bow together just so we can get this motion down. Before we start, I want you to just release your bow grip and make it nice and relaxed. Oh, there you go. Yes. First thing we're going to do is just bow down and up. You try. That's a nice sound for the first time putting your bow on the instrument.
I've never done this, so help me God.
That is really awesome.
Actually didn't sound that bad.
Yeah. Let's try a different string. We're going to move up one string. We're going to go here. We're going to bow together once, but first I want you to release your grip here.
Okay.
You try. That's a nice resonant sound.
Wow.
And I think part of it is really that you are starting on such a nice quality instrument.
I can hear that. That really does sound nice. You know, I was thinking that the dogs were going to run and the cars were going to crash, but that actually
That
doesn't
comes
sound-
later.
That comes later. Well, this actually looks doable. You're a terrific instructor, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'm shocked. I really am shocked, Wendell. I didn't expect to take even a couple of strokes without, you know, the ambulance showing up and somebody burst their eardrums. And I think that really does kind of inspire me to really be excited about the fact that maybe I can do this.
That's the wonderful thing about having a good teacher. Maria is one of the finest in violins here, and we just appreciate having her. It makes such a difference when you have a teacher to start out with. You avoid making mistakes on the instrument instead of correcting mistakes that you've picked up through internet instruction or other types of things. Try and pick it up on your own. It's not the same.
I can also see that if you have somebody like Marie, I mean, just fantastic. You made that so easy. I mean, I was not expecting that to be that easy to pick up. And I think if you have that you can really get into the instrument and the music. And if you don't have that same first experience, it could discourage you from something that you could have thoroughly enjoyed if you met somebody like Marie. Now, you teach violin, viola, and cello,
That's correct.
and you have other instructors, I'm assuming, for all the different instruments.
Yes, we do, and that's key. In unlocking your musical potential at Carpenters, there are three major components. One is a child with a desire to learn.
Or an adult.
Yeah, or an adult that supports that child, or an adult too. The second is to have proper instruction, and Maria is a good example of a fine instructor, as you found out.
Unbelievable. I was really impressed.
The third is a good instrument, and we've actually talked about that and what a fine instrument does in the hands of a student. Now that's all key in developing your musical potential. And at Carpenters we have lessons on all of the instruments, all of band and orchestral instruments, as well as guitars, both rock and roll, folk, classical, and also voice lessons.
You can unlock your musical potential at Carpenters Music World, located at 1090 Kitsky Lane. You can give them a call at 775-852-7618 or on the internet at carpentersmusic.com. Marie, could you take us out?